So what I've done now is gone to the screen and I clicked on create to create my own virtual exhibition. And so it starts with defining your space. So it starts you out with construction tools such as walls and doors. So I went ahead and created mine. Mine is very modern and it's a outside exhibition, as you can see. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It lets you kind of move it around. So I'm clicking down on my mouse and moving the mouse so that I can see it from different angles. I'm imagining my space to be pretty avant-garde looking. So everyone enters from here and they all go to the narrow exit. So it's kind of an uncomfortable. And so it's supposed to be kind of an interactive space that requires people have to kind of be close to each other and at the end when they're leaving. And so the space itself. So I added a couple of doors. As you can see here, you can start and stop placing doors. I chose only one, but as you can see, if I wanted to create a bit more physical relief for the people, I could place doors around and decide to give them another exit if they don't like that narrow kind of space at the end. So if I wanted to more choice in how they exit, I could put one door here. Go. And that automatically creates the door. So I kind of like it the other way. So I'm going to choose stop placing doors and I'm going to delete the door. So when I want to delete a door, I have to click on stop placing doors. And so if I want to start placing doors again, I will again. So that's how you activate it and deactivate it. I'm going to delete this. I kind of like my intense confrontation exhibition. So I'm going to go to step 2. Oh, and I want to point out you have templates you can use if you want. So you can choose one that's already put together. They're very elaborate, but they didn't quite fit what I had in mind. So I'm going to do mine from scratch, but you can absolutely use a template if you find that more exciting. So then you're going to design your space. I've already started. I've chosen a texture for the exterior walls, which is kind of like this gritty industrial vibe. So I'm going to continue that. I'm going to click here and add that texture to the outside of my wall. That one taken care of. Okay, so I like the interior being fairly smooth and white. But I'm going to think about maybe what would it look like if I changed the color of it, right? So what else we have here? It's a green one. So what if I wanted to do a green? No. So pretty cool. Lets you kind of change stuff around. Here is a grid pattern. That's nice. That's more like uptown looking exterior. This is more of a industrial neighborhood kind of vibe. So, you know, you can be very creative and you can mix it up. So perhaps I'm going to use a combination. I'm going to have this be what people see when they first walk in. And then this will be what they see when they're outside. And I kind of want this to be kind of like a garden area where you can hang out and schmooze. So I'm kind of liking the walls. All right. So also mess around with the color. So I'm going to see what we have here. Continue to look at texture. See if I can find anything else that is interesting. Okay. What's this look like? I just want to see what that looks like. don't like that. Back to grid. And there's a lot of cool textures, so feel free to kind of experiment with that. Now I think I want to add some color, so I'm really liking this dark gray, so I want something that's going to work with that if we're looking at it from this angle. So I want like a gray maybe on the exterior, and then I might want to do like a pop of color on one wall. See about, see how that looks. No, I don't really like that. Try more of a moss green. They're too similar in tone. I want more of a contrast. I want people to feel like there's variety of some sort on the interior of the walls. I want that to be. That's kind of getting there. Yeah, so I kind of want something that'll contrast with dark gray and contrast with white. So I think I'm going to stick with lighter kind of green. I like that. Okay, so here's my view. I like that view. Kind of nice. And as they're walking, that green wall. But yeah, I'm into it. I like it. I like my accent. Okay. So I've got textures and colors. Not much else I can change. But right. See. Okay. Design the space. Add and place your artifacts. So if I want to just keep it very simple, I would just leave it here. But you can definitely do a tutorial, go around the website and learn how to make intricate if you're interested in that. But I just wanted to get you started and let you know that this program is out there. Very fun to use. Here are some examples of like display cases. I'm going to upload an image that I have saved to my desktop. Okay. I believe it's a catlet image. Let's see. Oh no. Yeah, Elizabeth Catlet sharecropper. Okay. So it's opaque, but you can choose to make your image transparent. I like it opaque. So that works for me. And I'm going to give it a title. This Catlet sharecropper. And I believe this one was or 54, something like that. A little bit. And this is a print that was created in Mexico. Mexico has a really great history of printmaking innovation. And I'll leave it at that. Audio, I can create a file to add, and I can also find a URL that may contain like audio clips, but so far I don't have anything like that. So I'm just going to leave that. And if I had the dimensions written down on a piece of paper, I would do that. So you can be pretty detailed. All right, so I'm going to save it. And let's see, this is non-commercial. So make sure that you're paying attention to the images and where you get them. I absolutely recommend that you find images from museum sites or Wikimedia Commons. And yeah, we can talk about that, but don't stress too much. This is for a course, so it's not being used for any commercial usage. All right, so I've got my image. You can also add text. So, for instance, if you're doing the introduction paragraph or you're writing your first impressions and connecting it to a theme, you could put that here. and people can kind of walk in space and read it. It's really cool. You can also add videos, so you can do a video of yourself introducing the work of art or narrating the first impressions you wrote down and why it connects to you. I think this is a great way to present artwork. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's look at what it would look like if I wanted to add text. I'm just going to write like example of written introduction that covers the title, the date, the medium, and the dimension of the artwork. Okay, and we're going to choose the color of how we want that writing to show up. So I'm going to keep it pretty traditional and black. And we're going to align it left. You can do right, you can do center, but left is pretty traditional. So I'm going to just write introduction to share proper. Make sure to be detailed about that. Audio, again, import a file or download a file, or add a URL. So it's very engaging and cool. Save it. I'm going to pick a couple of these just to give the space ambiance. But I'm going to put these outside because I want my outside. I'm going to pick one. This one. You can have controls. You can rotate it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Change. Oh wow. And of course, if you don't like it, let's thing. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna move it now that I understand how it's bigger. Rotate it upward again. Oh, midair. Ooh, maybe I like it coming out of the floor. Okay, into it. Ah, yeah, very avant-garde. I'm gonna add a couple of those and add some ambiance on the outside. I also one around, get some sense of movement out there. I'm gonna change the scale also, wider, and I also want it a little bit taller. Oh, and I want to change the thickness. Cool. I'm gonna rotate it. What it looks like. Cool. Nice. Weird. Yeah, you can get very creative with the object. These are like display pieces. So let's say you found a sculpture that you wanted, right? So you add the 3D object, file, URL. So maybe if you found a URL, do that. URL for sculpture. Let's do Henry Moore. Doing a lot of things these days with virtual music. I would not be shocked. So let's do 3D object. Oh, here we go. So